tomorrow. I'ma be that bitch today and still gon' be that bitch tomorrow, bitch.
I'm the one they call the bully. You can find me with the gang.
Life is good. You know what I mean? Like,
100,000 for the cheapest ring. Ask me how.
I check it once, then I check it twice.
I would like to start off by saying that I really hope you can take a deep breath and hear what I am about to tell you because it is important for both of us. I am not being catty. I'm not trying to make you mad. I'm not playing any sort of game. I'm coming to you as directly as I can and as safely as I can, as you have asked, because new information was revealed to me tonight that I think you deserve to know as much as I do. Firstly, the reason I have not had a one-on-one conversation with you is because throughout this situation I haven't seen you once pause to listen to anyone critiquing you or your friends, including when that critique comes from your own friends. I understand you have been acting on information people that you trust have given you, but the real truth is that you have gotten it seriously wrong many times, and you have hurt or blamed the wrong people in the process for things that they did not do. Did I message you about Samson? Absolutely. And I would do it again if somebody that I trusted or had prior mutualship with was engaging with someone who did to me what he did. You believe Samson's version of events, and that's okay, but I live the truth of what he did to my friends and I will always stand by the fact that I tried to warn you about him. On the subject of doxx or Zegenomicon, honestly and truthfully, I never once targeted them outside of when they told a neutral party that they wanted to exhume my mother and her corpse. Prior to that, I had supported them 100%. When I was engaged with the Reddit, I fought for them every day. I defended them every day. Any theory that suggests otherwise is purely conspiracy. And the only reason I stopped direct communication with them was because they started inviting people I did not trust, Samara and Hagscure, into a private space. That's all. If they hadn't said that they wanted to desecrate my mother's remains, I never would have had a reason to address them publicly again. I went live this evening, and an account I know to be Samara came into my live and took credit for Southern exposure. I have for months been convinced that Hags was creating these abusive accounts to rile you up because of her disdain for me, the same way she creates accounts on YouTube to troll Jubilee. It was the only explanation that made sense because obviously I knew I was not behind them. I have been convinced for months that Hags was secretly the actual drama farmer, but now I realize that both Hags and I were wrong to be pointing fingers at each other. What I truly believe is that Samara has a relationship with the Reddit moderators who are in charge of the ASAC Reddits. And she has been perpetuating this drama from behind the scenes the entire time. This is purely speculation, not an allegation or assertion, just a hunch, for legal reasons. Because this entire time, I thought Hags must be doing exactly that, while you all thought it was me. And I know what you're going to think. Why didn't you just talk to me? And as I have pointed out, you didn't listen to me about Samson, and you have been trying to pin horrible, awful things on me that I have nothing to do with for months. So I responded in the only way I knew how, which was to try and share my truth time and time again. And often with attitude, because I was just as mad at you and Hags as you were at me. Your opinion of me was also directly influenced by Samson's hatred of me. And I can and have verified that he liked you about a lot, especially my involvement with Eric. And just to put that to bed once and for all, I did have a falling out with Eric. And I made the mistake of sharing that back and forth with Samson and other people from Samson's Discord at the time. And I asked them to not get involved specifically. And they insisted on harassing Eric and his friends in my defense. I have shared screenshots that prove this, and all they accomplished was creating a bigger mess for me. And because I did not agree with the way Eric had been impacted by them, I deplatformed and gave my original account to an unnamed person. I don't have that account anymore because it was my way of taking accountability for my mistake and letting Samson and co. involve themselves in my disagreement with Eric because I realized that my potential impact as a white woman in that situation was unfair regardless of the situation. It is the same reason why I stand by Roxy and stood against your characterization of her, because there's nothing she could ever do to you that would impact you as much as you were able to impact her because of your whiteness and the size of your account, and I adamantly believe that. And as we say in Texas, I would never judge a man unless I've walked in his shoes. You, with the help of Hags, have told hundreds of thousands of people that I am racist, that I don't take care of my disabled father, and that I am essentially a worthless person. You have threatened to call welfare services on me. You have doxed my private information. You have attempted to dox my father's private information. Your followers have mocked my disabled father and said they wanted to desecrate my mother's dead body. And although my methods may have been flawed at times, all I've ever done is try to get you to see how you were using your platform to unfairly impact the lives of others. I have never made a burner to wish harm on you in your comments. I did not participate in the purchase of your trademarks. I didn't know that people were trying to purchase your trademarks before it happened. I found out the same way you did with your accounts disappearing. I have never wished any harm to doxx or Zegenomicon and only ever mentioned them after what they said about my mother. I believe Hags, Samson, or someone in your inner circle was trolling you this entire time with the goal of egging you on to attack me. I had absolutely no involvement in any welfare check that was called on you. I have tried time and time again to prove these things to you by posting the only receipts that I had, which you ignored. I may not agree with your treatment of Roxy, Rosemary, Jubilee, Jane, and the countless others, but I am not the monster you try to make me out to be every day on the internet. And it's really easy to sit and make a list of people that hate me and think, wow, this is a really long list, but I can make an equally long list about the people that hate you. That doesn't mean anything. You believe you're right. All those other people believe you're wrong. I believe I'm right. All those other people believe I'm wrong. And at the end of the day, that's just part of trying to do what you believe is right on the internet. I'm not sure you will even be able to fully take in this information because of how much you don't like me, and I get that. You have all been trying to solve a puzzle and decided I was the answer that made the most sense. Exactly how I have been trying to piece together a puzzle and decided Hags or Samson made the most sense. But now that I know the truth, I don't think it's fair to keep it from you. I understand the stress and agony that we have both been putting each other through because of accounts like Southern Exposure. Now, you can believe me and turn your attention to the person I'm guessing has actually been messing with you, or you can keep incorrectly calling me a racist transphobe on the internet. That's up to you. I don't blame you for not liking me. I don't like you either. But I am not the source of your pain and anxiety. I have done nothing but respond to your false accusations in my own way for the last several months. I hope this gives you some peace, knowing I am not some insane mastermind trying to ruin your entire life, and I'm not claiming total innocence. Again, I disagree with a lot of your actions, and at times, last year, I tried to communicate in the ways that I thought was best, but I have never come close to the things that you have accused me of. Internet trolls exist. That is not my fault, and I do not participate in that kind of activity. Being subjected to troll farms myself has actually created an interest in sociology for me, and that's one of the reasons why I am a student in that field.